Hello everyone. In today's video, I wanted to share a perspective shift that I've had um, that has really kind of altered the way I see health, fitness, and even lifestyle habits as a whole. And it's been something I've been thinking a lot about recently as I've been making these changes more and more in my life to better myself and put myself in the best position forward for my health, for my fitness, and for everything I'm looking to pursue in the future. And this is something that came across, or that I kind of started to do last year when I had my stem cell transplant. And as a result, I've started to then see things through a different lens and see how the things like the fitness industry, the diet and supplement industry, and even the medical industry aren't quite where I'd like them to be when it comes to people's health. Because to me, a lot of these industries are very health blind. They neglect people's health for the sake of a specific result. When it comes down to fitness or even dieting, there's this idea that if you look lean and look muscular and look fit, you are healthy. But that is not exactly the case. And to discuss a little bit of the nuance with this, yes, if you are, say, really overweight or obese and you go and you lower your weight, you will likely be healthier potentially than when you were overweight or obese. But I don't think that the practices and the techniques that are recommended to people by these industries are the way to, say, lose the weight and keep the weight off. They require a lot of artificial supplements, things like pre-workout, protein powders, even meal replacements, and things that have just a lot of artificial preservatives and fillers, things to make it look nice, taste nice, all that stuff. But yeah, you'll be on all that stuff. You'll have to work out or do diets that are not quite aligned with our current physiology. And as a result, a lot of people end up resenting their current self, their self that is more in shape, and looking back at themselves as being overweight and thinking, I was happier back then. And in my opinion, if you've gone through all this change and you look at yourself now and you think, I was happier back then than I am now that I am in shape, you've done something severely wrong, because it should be the other way around. You should look at yourself in shape and be like, wow, I love my life so much more now that I've made these changes. I feel better, I look better, I'm happier with my body, and my body's more capable. I'm able to do things I never thought I could do in my life before. I have more focus, so on. And so this is one of the things that I wanted to touch on. It's a big thing that I've been working and resolving in myself, and something I also want to help others to do as well, because I do find that a lot of people buy into the information that gets put up by the fitness industry, which they get purported to by experts, and as a result, it develops a sort of culture within fitness and health that I don't think is healthy. And so my sort of antidote against this sort of health blindness that comes from the health fitness industry, the nutrition and diet space, and also the medical industry, is just an idea that I like to think of as health first. And health first is effectively where you do just that. You put your health first, and it is an uncompromising lifestyle for your health. And that what that means is, when it comes down to your nutrition, when it comes down to your fitness, and even just basic lifestyle habits, you are thinking about it from a health first perspective. Is this helping my health? Is it moving it forward, or is it potentially damaging my health? And now, look, we're not all going to be perfect with this, right? There are still things that I do every day that are not what you would consider health first. However, I do think about what are some ways that I can do this, that I can put myself in a good position going forward. And like I said, this started last year when I had my stem cell transplant. My body was in shambles. It was heavily affected by the actual stem cell transplant that I did, but the chemotherapies I did, the radiation that I did, and as a result, I had organs that were not malfunctioning, but they weren't working properly. Certain enzymes would be out of whack, or I wasn't able to digest food properly. I had fatigue. I had lost 30 pounds of primarily muscle. And so I really had to take a step back and think to myself, how can I heal myself? And I wasn't going to heal myself by thinking, oh, I'm very underweight. Let me just start packing in the calories with ice creams, unhealthy burgers, and whatever. I had to think to myself, okay, how do I approach this from a health perspective so that I heal myself with the food and also put on the weight? So to me, I was thinking about eating good, high quality foods as often as I could, and foods that I could also tolerate, because I couldn't tolerate everything. Sometimes my stomach would become very sensitive, but I would never resort to eating junk. I was always resorting to eating high quality foods that were prepared by primarily my mother, who took care of me. And as a result of putting my health first and whatever goal of, say, putting on muscle or putting on weight again second, I was then able to not only feel better, but I was able to put on the muscle again at an extremely high rate. Couple that with appropriate amounts of exercise that didn't overly fatigue me. I was very cautious. It was very intuitive how I did it. I did my training whenever I had the energy, and I supported that with good, healthy nutrition. Nothing that would potentially damage my body, nothing that could set me back at all. And as a result, I was able to make a nice, speedy, and healthy recovery where I put on all the weight back, but none of it was unhealthy. It was muscle again. It wasn't fat. And I think this is a very important lesson that I learned, in that I may have whatever goal I have with my fitness. I may have the goal of putting on more muscle, getting leaner, getting stronger, what have you, getting more endurance. It doesn't matter. All that stuff is secondary to me. It's secondary to my health. Exercising, nutrition, all that stuff should move your health forward and should never sacrifice your health. I don't see many circumstances for the average individual where sacrificing your health for the sake of looking bigger, looking stronger, being more jacked, whatever, losing weight, should ever come in front of your health. Never. I don't know an argument where that's the case. And so with that, I want to put this idea forward of rethinking the way we view of fitness, rethinking the way we view the information that the fitness and all these other industries put forward to us. Is it really in our best interest to be taking all these artificial supplements? Is it really in our interest to artificially decrease our calories so much that we lose body fat like crazy, but at the same time we are fatigued, we are starving, we are unhappy, and we're kind of thinking to ourselves, I was happier when I was more overweight? I really think that we should take a step back and assess this, because if this is what they propose as health, I think that's absolute nonsense. Health does not come from starving yourself. Health does not come from compromising your body for the sake of aesthetics or for the sake of an arbitrary goal that you have for yourself. I don't see that as the case. Furthermore, when people have these goals and they achieve them, they then kind of drop off and then think, okay, I've climbed this mountain, I have nothing else to do. But if you have the goal of, I just want to do this to be healthy, and everything else that I have planned for myself will come as a result of that, then you're climbing an everlasting mountain. And as a result, you will never stop to think, oh, I don't know what to do now. You'll always have something else to do, because there's always your health to maintain. And that's one of the beautiful things about it. And so this is the idea I want to put forth, that when we go about our fitness, when we go about our health, we should put our health first, never compromise it, because trust me, when you lose control of your health, you don't really care about much else. That's number one priority. So let's put our health first. Let's do the best we can for it. Use food, use exercise, use our lifestyle to further promote that, so that then our health can promote us. And so I'm gonna leave this video here. I hope you got something out of this video, and that this video impacts the way you go about your fitness, your health, your nutrition, everything of the sort in the future. And if you have any questions about this is something that I am looking to help people sort of alter within their own lives, flip it, and put their health first, so that they can thrive in whatever it is they choose to do going forward in their lives. So thank you for listening. Please reach out if you have any questions or comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.